Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Flim Reviews. So in today's video, we'll be checking out the OnePlus Nord N10 5G that just landed here in Malaysia. So this is currently going for about 1,200 ringgit here in Malaysia. And of course, pricing will differ based on where you're getting your device from. So I've been using this for almost a week now, and a lot of smartphones has been launching recently with very great value and prices. So my real question here is, who is this for? The OnePlus Nord N10 5G. Like, who is supposed to buy this device right here? To answer your question, let me just show you guys what came in the box. I've actually laid it all out right there. We do have a fast charger in the box, a very huge unit at that. We also get the typical OnePlus, the Type-C cable that is in this really bright red. And you do not get any casing in the box, but you do get, of course, your OnePlus Nord device itself. Alright, so taking a look at this device here, I'm not too sure about this design right there. It looks pretty generic and looks like a certain smartphone from Oppo, I think about a year ago. So this is what you get with the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. On first impressions, it actually feels a bit chunky here. It is quite thick actually at the sides, and it definitely feels a bit hefty. So that's probably because of that huge battery at the back, but we'll talk about that later. On the sides here, you do have your lock button, and on the left, you have your volume rocker. So do note that this particular device here does not come with the standard, what you call it, the silent, vibrate, and mute, the slider button that is on most OnePlus devices. So that's missing on this device right here. You do not get to enjoy that, but it does come with a fingerprint scanner at the back that actually reacts fairly quickly. So yeah, this is what you get with the OnePlus Nord N10. You also get a tiny notch at the top left corner. So this is definitely one of the larger camera cutouts that I've seen on recent devices. Most devices are a little bit smaller, but not too big of an issue. At the top, you do get some bezels all around, and at the bottom, it's just a slightly bit more thicker. Alright, so moving on to the front here, you get a 90Hz IPS LCD display that is 1080p resolution. So this particular display here, I've tested it out and have been using it. The good news here is that it does get fairly bright. You can definitely push it further, but it's definitely very visible even when you're outdoors. Watching videos on YouTube as well is pretty enjoyable. We have my YouTube app right here, so you can see all this stuff right here, and it's very smooth actually. 90Hz is actually good in the sense that for an LCD panel like this, it can save a little bit of battery. You don't need 120Hz on this device right here. Apart from that, powering this device here is actually the Snapdragon 690 5G. So I know a lot of people out there are like commenting like, why launch this device at this kind of processor? But yeah, this device here definitely is not meant to go like the highest performance. This is still definitely a very mid-range kind of device right here. And I actually did the Geekbench test, which I will show you the result very quickly right now. If you just go into my history, we have the single core score of about 608, and for the multi-score is 1,800. So this is just for reference for any of you guys out there who wants to know what kind of scores this device is getting. But yeah, definitely wish it came with a more powerful processor so we can actually play some major games here. I did play some simple Mobile Legends gaming on this device here, and it was alright. Nothing too much to shout about there because, like I said again, this is just a mid-range device here, but it can definitely play games like Mobile Legends and PUBG without an issue. Alright, apart from that, it also comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. Do bear in mind that the storage here is UFS 2.1 only, so you won't get that super fast transfer speeds. Apart from that, let's move on to the cameras at the back here. So we do have a quad camera setup, which is mainly led by the 64 megapixel main sensor at the top. We also have an 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel depth sensor and 2 megapixel monochrome sensor. Alright, so that's a lot of numbers. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I tested out this device because I took quite a lot of photos that I want to share with you guys. Images during the day and night both look actually pretty decent right here. I mean, for a mid-range device, this is definitely something that I kind of like on this OnePlus Nord N10. I didn't expect to actually like the photos coming out of this device right here, but I noticed that the HDR was very well done. Image clarity is also very good. Saturation levels are actually very natural. So I'm quite surprised by the results that I'm getting in terms of the camera on the Nord N10 right here. People always say that the OnePlus devices doesn't come with a strong camera, but I think for a mid-range device like the N10 right here, the cameras are actually pretty alright. Okay, moving on to my next point, let's talk a little bit about the battery in this device here. So we do get a 4300 mAh battery, which again is definitely enough for 1 day of use in one single charge. Of course, if you're playing a lot of games and doing a lot of social media, you would definitely go 1 day max, but I actually do a little bit less than that, so I don't really browse that much these days, and I'm actually able to stretch it to 1.5 days. But yeah, that's the kind of SOT or screen on time that you can expect from this device right here. Alright, last but not least, this device also comes with your standard headphone jack, which I think is a plus point right here. So apart from that, it also comes with the stereo speakers as well, top and bottom right there. And the audio quality coming out from it is okay. I wouldn't say it's the best. It still gives you that stereo experience when you shift the phone like that. So you get that nice sounding audio, but it doesn't get very loud. That's something that I just wanted to point out as well. Alright, so that's pretty much what you would get with the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. So again, to answer the question, who is this device meant for? Well, I would say if you're talking just about here in Malaysia, our 5G networks isn't really up and going. I think our government would only launch it at the end of the year. So only for those of you who wants a future-proof 5G device, you should actually check out this device, this Nord N10 right here, because this is really targeted at 5G. So apparently it is the most affordable 5G device here in Malaysia, so just bear that in mind. But other than that, what you're getting with this device here is also a pretty good set of cameras at the back. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, if you have any questions about this device right here, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!